scammers sent her AI generated
Lock in, man. You falling for this shit? And you 30?
photos, poems, even
You falling for this shit? And you 30? You 30 years old falling for this shit? Come on, man.
pictures of her
Lock the
name.
fuck. You 30. You falling for this right here. Lock in, gang. Then talk about and I love you. You look stupid as hell. Come on, lock in.
Gang.
YouTube, welcome back to a new video, man. Today we back with a Toji reaction. I think that's how you say his name, a Toji. I've been fucking with bro for a long time, so we gonna hop into it. Before we get into it though, this is for educational purposes only. You know, we don't promote nor condone this behavior. We gonna hop right into it.
This man believed he was dating Jennifer Aniston, even though she's worth
Ain't no fucking way he thought that. You feel?
nearly
No way
$500 million. Apparently she needed help paying for her Apple subscription services. I feel like it seems like these stories are popping up more regularly than influencer apology videos. I mean, at this point, someone needs to make some sort of version of Catfish that focuses solely on these AI relationship scams. Because in this story, we have
this shit ain't gonna get. This shit gonna keep getting worse. Like AI keep improving. You feel me? It just keep improving. So as the older we get, we gonna be getting scammed. Like me too. Like when I get older, I fuck around be getting scammed, you know. But not like this though. I ain't this dumb.
Paul Davis, a 43-year-old man from Southampton in the UK. So I guess scammers somehow convinced Paul here that Jennifer Aniston, featured on one of the most popular shows of all time, Friends, fell in love with him. And all scammers are awful, but come on, Paul. This is the photo he received from his new lover. Well, now you're probably thinking, haven't we already seen this before? Yeah, we have, because earlier this year I covered a woman who divorced her husband and sent $850,000 to a scammer posing as Brad Pitt.
These selfies of Hollywood actor Brad Pitt in the hospital looking sick might
Then it's like, come on, man. Lock the fuck in, man. This shit don't even look real. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
one at first glance, but look more closely and something's not quite right.
Now, clearly, the same type of story is playing out again, but this time the AI celebrity is Jennifer Aniston. So here's the complete rundown. Paul, who's unemployed and according to articles was already struggling with depression, he started receiving various Facebook messages from various celebrities. People like Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, and then eventually...
Then it's like, if they rich, why they asking you for bread? Like, if they rich, you feel me? I don't get it, you know? I don't get how you could fall for this, you know? Obviously, they use and they star power to intrigue you, unless you just going solely off the looks. That could be an option too, but 9 times out of 10, when they text you, it's gonna be, oh, she text you, and like, she famous, like, they're not just using her pictures with a whole nother name, like, you know? So if you know that, you should know they're not going through no financial hardships, you know, like, and that's what like got me mad
he's a
about.
popular guy, and realistically, we kind of have to respect Paul's choice because out of that trio, I don't blame him that he decided to talk to Jennifer Aniston. But now, at first, Paul admitted to being skeptical about the whole thing. But after she sent videos saying that she loved him, and even going as far as sending a picture of her driver's license, he was convinced.
Imagine being able to
That
build
shit's so
anything
easy to fake, like,
just by thinking about it.
that shit's so easy
Meet
to
base
fake.
44.
But a lot of things, like, I ain't never did no shit like this, but it's like situations that kind of relate to it. Like, I never, like, basically what I'm saying is, like, you could be doing something and not realizing the red flags while you doing it because the state of mind that you in. So that can go with any type of thing. I never did nothing like this, or text did nothing like this. I'm just saying, like, when you in it, you don't peep the red flag until like you look back at it, you know. So
Wouldn't be convinced when looking at this absolute masterpiece. Hey bud, you're texting the real Jennifer Aniston. Here's my driver's license. This is how the scam begins, because after gaining the trust, Jennifer, the AI version.
Then you gotta think logically. You feel me? You gotta be realistic. Like, damn, is she really going for me? That's what you gotta think. You feel me? Like, is she really going for me? Type shit. Like, you know.
started asking for gift cards because her $300 million net worth apparently could not pay for Apple gift cards. So in the end, Paul ended up sending about 200 pounds in Apple gift cards, which is nearly like $275. And he said, in quote, "I believed it and I paid." I love how nonchalant Paul is about this. But I mean, hey, at least he didn't send like $850,000 like that woman in France did. And, you know, she also divorced her husband. She divorced her husband and sent $850,000 to an AI Brad Pitt. Those guys were making it out like it was a heist compared to this situation. $275, while it's still too much money to lose to a scammer. It's not like his life isn't over because of that. But thankfully, it wasn't just like a one-message scam. These scumbags put in a lot of effort, sometimes messaging him dozens of times per day for months at a time. They even warned him to not interact with other fake accounts, asking him to delete other chats and not to post publicly, which is also kind of hilarious to think about because, like, you have these dudes who are trying to scam him and they're like, please don't interact with the other scammers. We need the gift cards here. It's just like a bunch of dudes in Paul's DMs competing for the grand prize of some Apple gift cards. And yeah, somehow, just like the other lady's story, this somehow worked. And if you don't remember that story, here's a quick recap of the whole Brad Pitt situation, because this one...
That's what, like, I don't know. I could never fall for that, you know? But when I was littler, like, I know everybody used to receive, like, the little free iPhone, do this, do that, get a free iPhone. I was falling for that. I ain't gonna lie. Now, if it was a scam behind that, I was broke. I was a little boy, so, you know. But I used to fall for that, though. But, like, now that I know better, like, I don't think it's no scam I could fall for. I have yet to see a scam that I was like, okay, I'll fall for this, you know. Not saying it's not none out there, but how I think, how my brain works, it can't happen to me, at least. Unless somebody, like, hacked me and, like, get my passwords and drain my bank account, you feel me? Get my credit card information, like, it won't happen to me.
And a French woman who thought Brad Pitt's mother messaged her to say that her son needed a woman in her life, because that's exactly what Brad Pitt needs of. He definitely has a lack of women as options. But Anne here was so convinced that she divorced her husband and sent almost her entire divorce settlement, roughly $850,000, to a fake Brad Pitt, who claimed that he had kidney cancer and his bank accounts were frozen by Angelina Jolie. It's hard not to laugh when you read that story. Because, it's so sad. I feel so bad for Anne that she went through with this. But still, come on. Obviously, scammers sent her AI generated.
Me personally, I don't feel bad. You feel me? I don't feel bad if you older and like you kind of like slowing down in life. You at like your last little, you on your last little legs in life. I give you a little sympathy. You feel me? Because it's like, you're just so vulnerable, and it's like old people are like toddlers to me. Like, that's how I think, that's how I feel. But if you like middle age, you know better, you anywhere from 50 to down, you feel me? 18 to 50, shit, you know better. I ain't gonna lie, you know better. So I really don't feel bad for motherfuckers like that,
Generated photos,
especially when they sending you this shit, like, come on, lock in, bro.
Come on. Obviously, the scammers sent her AI generated photos.
Come on, gang. Hold on. I want to get this
But still, come on. Obviously, scammers sent her AI generated
lock in, man. You falling for this shit and you 30.
Photos, poems, even...
You falling for this shit and you 30. You 30 years old falling for this shit. Come on, man. Lock the fuck. You 30. You falling for this right here. Lock in, gang. Then talk about "and I love you." You look stupid as hell. Come on, lock in.
Written out like some celebrity Valentine's photos,
this one,
even pictures of her name.
This one right here,
written out.
It's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Diabolical, fuck. Diabolical, fuck. You getting scammed like that? Come on, gang. I wouldn't even give an old motherfucker sympathy for falling for this shit. Like, this shit,
like some celebrity Valentine's card. But unfortunately for Anne, she finally caught on when she saw real photos of Brad Pitt and his actual girlfriend, Inez de Ramon, circulating online. That's when this whole, I guess, fairy tale ended, and she realized that she's been conned. But unfortunately, the damage was already done. And it's kind of eerie how, like, both of these situations kind of played out in the same way, except for one had life-changing amounts of money, and the other one had a bad night at the casino kind of money. But I mean, just look at these images that Brad and Jennifer sent these people.
That's why I'm saying, like, this motherfucker not even fitted to his cap, you know? Then she looking strung out, like, they don't even look like her for real. She look like she off dope, you feel me? Then look at the paper, it got no texture on it, nothing. Then they say in the hospital looking sick. Might fool someone at first. You go, oh, this somebody else put that. Like this shit don't even look real, gang.
Because how could
even
you not
like
believe?
This shit don't even look like real AI for like.
Just
Look,
that Brad and Jennifer.
this shit look like 2010 Photoshop. Like this look like the oldest Photoshop I ever seen. Like you could just when it's all grainy like that, you can tell it. You know. They just dumb as hell. And this is like a female up under her. Look like she got like a whole bra strap on. Yeah, fuck them. I ain't gonna lie. That's their fault. I don't even get no
Sent
fuck
these
they got
people
scammed.
because
Yeah,
how could you not believe this? AI voice samples, fake IDs, emotional pleas, urgency, secrecy, all of that is just designed to hit you right in the feels, and more importantly, the wallet. Paul's story, sadly, is not even unique anymore. It's just a part of a growing trend. Because what used to be some dude in a basement sending poorly written DMs is now an AI-generated celebrity who looks and sounds semi-real, I guess, with videos and documents to back it up. This isn't just like catfishing anymore. This is like celebrity identity fraud at this point. And people, I guess, are falling for it. Often older, vulnerable, or lonely people. And all of these people are people who didn't grow up on the internet as it was evolving. Something that might be at least common for the younger generation, like a reverse image search, is just not common knowledge for the older generation. But obviously, this does not include the 15% of the older generation who's actually subscribed to my channel. Clearly, you guys know what's up. But unfortunately, AI tools are starting to get so good that it's going to be harder and harder to detect if it's actually AI or not. So the world is going to get pretty weird pretty soon. And I guess we're going to have to start...
I ain't gonna lie, AI came a long way. It definitely came a long way. But I can still see AI and be like, that's not real. It's just like the movements be so unnatural and stuff like that. I'm talking about videos, but like pictures, I can see how that can get kind of, you know, a little tricky to the eye at first glance, you know. But those pictures was horrible, so I don't see how they feel for that. But AI is improving rapidly, but I don't know. I'm not giving nobody shit on the internet. Personally, I ain't gonna even lie to you.
Relying on like AI detection software tools or basic common sense that unfortunately normally a massive A-lister celebrity isn't gonna hit up a random blue-collar dude in England. I guess you can argue and say it actually happened with Lana Del Rey and whoever she just married, but that's not the norm. So clearly there's a chance, it's just not a big one. But also, like, every message here says my love and includes literal begging for a damn Apple gift card. So I mean, like, when they didn't get a response, they then sent an AI Jennifer asking for it. I mean, this is just plain and simple preying on Paul's loneliness here. Honestly, it's kind of upsetting to see. I do wish I could show the AI clip in question, but Paul unfortunately hasn't made that public. And honestly, that adds up because the guy is probably embarrassed about this whole situation. Nothing worse than realizing that you've been scammed and how obvious to most the scam really was. At least Paul asked for his license at one point, but that is also honestly as simple as Googling Jennifer Aniston's driver's license. But according to Paul, the scam went on for a while and no one's actually been punished. He said it's been going on for 5 months. I thought someone would get in trouble for this, but they seem to be having a laugh and getting away with it.
A lot of these scammers coming from different countries, like more often like a country in Africa or like India. It's more scammers, but like those are like the hubs. Like that's what like it goes on, and that's where I can bet down there all my money on that came from, you know. And like in a lot of small towns or a lot of big towns, or you know, in these different locations, that they economy thrive off of this stuff, kind of, or at least a part of it. You know, they make enough money than the average person to be able to bribe them. You feel me? So why would the police shut that down when they know they got a steady flow of income coming from that place? You know, so it's impossible really to stop this. Besides, not falling for it, but it's always gonna be scammers. Like people not gonna stop. So it's just all about you staying in the loop and knowing what's going on. Cause if you not caught up, shit, you gonna get left behind, bro. And this shit gonna happen all the time, bro. Like AI is improving. If you not on the internet enough, you will get got for real, for real.
I mean, these scams are just going to be easier and easier to pull off as years go on, because we've seen the fake Keanu Reeves, we've seen the fake Donald Trump, and even AI-generated TikTok influencers that don't even exist at all.
Bumbling through brush, my botanical escapade continued. Snagged on leaves, but hey, more crafting supplies. Jackpot. Maze of trees, I'm lost. Joking, Minecraft pros never get lost, or do they?
There's even a fake Keanu Reeves TikTok account that has 8 million followers. Clearly, we have some problems going on. I wonder how many people are following that account that actually think it's real. And there was even a Reddit user by the name of Legal Beagle who fell in love with Claudia, a woman who turned out to be an AI experiment ran by some students. And then you have this gem from earlier this summer where a woman on Reddit revealed that her own mom was getting catfished by an AI deepfake Owen Wilson.
Hello, Sunshine. I'm making this video so you know I'm real and will never do anything to hurt you. I respect you for your patience and understanding since we crossed paths.
I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't get scammed by that, but I can see how a person would get scammed by that. You know? It's more natural mannerisms, you know. It looked more real, but I wouldn't get got by that. But I can understand it. So it's like, just like I can only see that it's not real because I'm like caught up. But if you older, you know, vision kind of a little blurry, or shit like that, this not gonna be an easy thing to catch on to.
You're an amazing woman.
Come on. I mean, she wasn't even just getting catfish. She was also being swept off her feet. Because apparently they met while playing Yahtzee online, which is somehow the most innocent and chaotic way to get scammed. This fake Owen started sending her weirdly robotic videos saying things like, I respect you for your patience, horoscope type stuff. At one point, he even paid her £7 to prove that he was real, which is kind of funny. I mean, hey, I'm the real Owen Wilson. Here's 7 Great British pounds. Have at it. That's totally proof that I'm real. And obviously, it didn't even stop there because apparently fake Owen got her a job at Warner Bros, where she could supposedly earn $5,000 a month for liking social media posts. She even got a few $10 payments on Cash App for the training. But I guess the scammer was so committed that they got a genuine realtor to call her about a house in her neighborhood. And that realtor dropped the name of someone the family knew. Someone not publicly linked to them online, which freaked everyone out. So clearly, we got some FBI level commitment over here for a Yahtzee romance scam. Scammers, if you're watching, your work ethic can be used elsewhere. At this point, it's kind of ridiculous.
That is kind of crazy though. Again, I'm not saying I'll fall for that, but to meet somebody on Yahtzee online, that's already complex. So I'm sure. I'm not saying complex like it's like a hard thing to do, but that's not a traditional way to go about scamming somebody. So to meet somebody up on there, there gotta be a thought behind it, like, okay, it gotta be goofies playing this, right? Like, that's what I think. It's goofies playing this game, so let's try to get a goofy up off it, you know? And for them to get where they live at and then call a realtor to call them, and a realtor mention somebody that they may know, that's like that's real sophisticated. I ain't gonna lie, that's a, I can see how she fell for the okie doke, but I wouldn't fall for the okie doke. But I understand it. Like, scams like that are more understandable than they just sending you obviously Photoshop pictures asking for bread when they supposed to be worth $300-400 million. Like, that's kind of like, if you fall for that, that's your fault. But the scam that he just explained, that's a little more. That's a little. Yeah, they definitely took the extra step and, you know, went the extra mile with that.
Why are you doing this? Obviously, I get it's for money, but let's find a more productive way to make some money. But either way, it's pretty pathetic to be deep faking Jennifer Aniston and begging for Apple gift cards. That's a new low. But unfortunately, scammers are just gonna get more sophisticated, so let's stay alert here. But I mean, hey, at least they didn't start up a influencer management company and raise $11 million and end up in massive debt and owing creators close to $2 million.
We gonna watch that. But yeah, this shit crazy though, man. Make sure y'all keep y'all grandparents and y'all older, if y'all moms are older and shit, keep them in the loop, you know? Because this can happen to anybody for an eye, and I'd be disappointed if it do happen to, you know, anybody that watch me, people, or anybody in the world, you know? Anybody vulnerable, I'd be disappointed if that happened to them, because, you know, a lot of people work their whole life and shit, you know? A lot of people work 30, 40, 50 years and get scammed out all their bread for, and it's nothing nobody can do, you know? So it's like, keep your people hip to what's going on, because AI ain't gonna do nothing but keep getting more, you know? It's gonna keep getting better. So we gotta keep our people hip to this shit, you know? But y'all like, comment, subscribe, fuck with everything in the description. We gone. Gang.